You must love yourself before you love another. By accepting yourself, and fully being what you are, your simple presence can make others happy. Life is suffering. Nothing can harm you as much as your own thoughts, unguarded. Nothing remains without change. One moment can change a day, one day can change a life, and one life can change the world. Faith and prayer, both are invisible, but they make impossible things possible. Leave behind confused reactions, and become patient as the earth, unmoved by anger, unshaken as a pillar, unperturbed as a clear and quiet pool. The way to happiness is, keep your heart free from hate, your mind from worry. Live simply, give much. Fill your life with love. Do as you would be done by. I do not dispute with the world, rather it is the world that disputes with me. You cannot travel the path until you have become the path itself. Do not dwell in the past, do not dream of the future, concentrate the mind on the present moment. If we could see the miracle of a single flower clearly, our whole life would change. The only real failure in life is not to be true to the best one knows. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. Be truthful, do not yield to anger. Give freely, even if you have but little. The gods will bless you. The whole secret of existence is to have no fear. Never fear what will become of you, depend on no one. Only the moment you reject all help are you freed. If anything is worth doing, do it with all your heart. It is easy to see the faults of others, but difficult to see one's own faults. One shows the faults of others, like chaff winnowed in the wind, but one conceals one's own faults, as a cunning gambler conceals his dice. Meditation brings wisdom, lack of meditation leaves ignorance. Set your heart on doing good. Do it over and over again, and you will be filled with joy. Everything that happens to us is the result of what we ourselves have thought, said, or done. We alone are responsible for our lives. Love the whole world, as a mother loves her only child. Health is the greatest gift, contentment is the greatest wealth. It is better to do nothing than to do what is wrong. For whatever you do to yourself. With mindfulness, strive on. Chaos is inherent in all compounded things. Strive on with diligence. If the problem can be solved, why worry? If the problem cannot be solved, worrying will do you no good. Words have the power to both destroy and heal. When words are both true and kind, they can change our world. Radiate boundless love towards the entire world. A disciplined mind brings happiness. Give, even if you only have a little. Conquer anger with non-anger. Conquer badness with goodness. Conquer meanness with generosity. Conquer dishonesty with truth. Those who cling to perceptions and views wander the world, offending people. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. I will not look at another's bowl intent on finding fault, a training to be observed. Let none find fault with others, let none see the omissions and commissions of others. But let one see one's own acts, done and undone. Should a person do good, let him do it again and again. Let him find pleasure therein, for blissful is the accumulation of good. May all beings have happy minds. Delight in heedfulness. Guard well your thoughts. Should you find a wise critic to point out your faults, follow him as you would a guide to hidden treasure. Should a seeker not find a companion who is better or equal, let them resolutely pursue a solitary course. In whom there is no sympathy for living beings, know him as an outcast. Hatred is never appeased by hatred in this world. By non-hatred alone is hatred appeased. This is a law eternal. Live with no sense of mine, not forming attachment to experiences. One is not called noble who harms living beings. By not harming living beings one is called noble. If a man, going down into a river, swollen and swiftly flowing, is carried away by the current, how can he help others across? All conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Ardently do today what must be done. Who knows? Tomorrow, death comes. The world is afflicted by death and decay. But the wise do not grieve, having realized the nature of the world. Resolutely train yourself to attain peace. To support mother and father, to cherish wife and children, and to be engaged in peaceful occupation, this is the greatest blessing. Just as the great ocean has one taste, the taste of salt, so also this teaching and discipline has one taste, the taste of liberation. If with a pure mind, a person speaks or acts, happiness follows them, like a never-departing shadow. As an elephant, in the battlefield withstands arrows shot from bows all around, even so shall I endure abuse. The one in whom no longer exists the craving and thirst that perpetuate becoming, how could you track that awaken one, trackless, and of limitless range? The root of suffering is attachment. Whatever precious jewel there is in the heavenly worlds, there is nothing comparable to one who is awakened. As a water bead on a lotus leaf, as water on a red lily, does not adhere, so the sage does not adhere to the seen, the heard, or the sensed. It is in the nature of things that joy arises in a person free from remorse. All experiences are preceded by mind, having mind as their master, created by mind. Purity and impurity depend on oneself, no one can purify another. All tremble at violence, all fear death. Putting oneself in the place of another, one should not kill, nor cause another to kill. Ceasing to do evil, cultivating the good, purifying the heart, this is the teaching of the Buddhas. Understanding is the heartwood of well-spoken words. As I am, so are these. As are these, so am I. Drawing the parallel to yourself, neither kill nor get others to kill. Just as a solid rock is not shaken by the storm, even so the wise are not affected by praise or blame. We will develop love, we will practice it, we will make it both a way and a basis. There is no fear for one whose mind is not filled with desires.